Hey, plumbing bros, welcome to Potty Talk Live, where we take it into the trenches, the crawl spaces, basements, kitchens, and baths, all around this big, beautiful world of ours to talk to plumbing professionals just like you. Hey there, I'm Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber, coming at you live from Command Central here in beautiful Indianapolis, USA, and that's Indiana, USA, where we're having another great day. How about you? You having a great day? All right. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Glad to see it. Hey, we got a cool cat from South Africa. Those cats are cool over there in South Africa. Yes, they are. There we go. There's our cool cat. And this guy is a cool cat. There we can see way down. Is that what do they call that? Is that the Cape Horn? Is that what they call the southern tip of? Maybe he can he'll correct me on that. You know, my American geography here, you know. But there we go. South Africa. He's in Cape Town, South Africa. So we'll get him on here. He's owner of Drop Along Plumbing. Cool name, cool logo there. Real nice and clean. Like that when it's clean like that. You know, very intuitive. You can read it, but that looks good on the trucks. You know, very good there. So we're going to have him on here. Frankie Van Wyck. All right. Francois is his more official name there, but he's taking it easy on me. You know, with my American tongue, you guys been listening to me. You know, I get all tongue-tied. Yeah, the lovely Lord's over here agreeing. I get all tongue-tied. I can't be perfect at everything. That's right. But we'll have Frankie on here in a moment. Cool cat. Looking forward to talking with him. Hey, but before we have him on here, I have something for you. If you're a cool cat, all right, a cool cat with a plumbing license, you got a plumbing truck and a plumbing dream, and you got a dream of taking over your part of the plumbing world, I want you to go for it. You should go for it. Do it. Just do it. Hey, but there's some things you got to know, because you're going to find out real quick that it ain't about plumbing. It's about business. All right. About plumbing business. And you got to know these things, or quite frankly, you're going to die on the side of your mountain. All right. You're going to crash and burn on your side of the mountain. It's just your big brother here being straight up with you here. But I put these things down. Okay. I'm giving them to you. All right. The 7 must knows, these 7 principles that you got to know, these 7 must knows to be $1 million plumber, just like yours truly here. All right. Just like your big brother here. But you got to know these things, and you know, it's easy to get. I mean, it's easy for you to get, and there's no expense. I mean, there's no risk here because it's free. All right. It's free. Simply type free in the comments, FREE, free in the comments, and I'll get it right out to you. So do it. Just do it. All right. Let's bring our cat on here. Frankie Van Wyck, owner of Drop Along Plumbing from Cape Town, South Africa. Frankie, you ready to rock Potty Talk Live?
I'm ready, Richard. I'm also ready. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much for having me on the show.
All right, man. Love having you on the show. Looking good, looking good. Hey, we're going to be talking a little bit of plumbing, how you got into plumbing. But hey, tell us what you're into when you're not plumbing. Are you you got the World Cup going on now? Are you you a footballer?
You know, it's not that much. I'm much rather be outside, you know, just fixing something, doing something. I follow the scores. I listen on the radio, but I would much rather just be busy with my hands, doing something, welding, or, you know, building something, getting ready for Monday, the works, things like that.
All right. Yeah. So what do you like to build when you're not doing plumbing stuff? What are you into?
Well, look, me and my cousin, we work on cars a lot. You know, always busy fixing a motorcycle, fixing a car, doing some welding, building gates, fencing, you know, things like that.
We got another motorhead here. We got a lot of motorheads that watch. So
okay, awesome. Like that.
All right. It's kind of the plumbing and that goes together here. So
yeah, it does. Yeah.
All right, good for you. So let's talk some plumbing now. So how did you? Well, it sounds like you've always liked working with your hands. So, but how did you wind up in plumbing? How did you get into plumbing?
Well, I've been a few years back. I think about 10 years back now. I went to attend the college, and I actually studied plumbing for about 3 years. And I didn't finish the course. I basically just finished 2 years, and then after that. Me and my brother, we started our own plumbing company, and then everything's been going since then.
All right, man. So you got into plumbing and you're plumbing. So what kind of plumbing do you like? What's your, maybe we can say, what's your expertise? Do a little bragging here. What part of plumbing are you good at?
Well, me personally, for me, I enjoy renovations a lot. Home renovations, especially bathroom renovations. You know that when you're done with a project and you can stand back and you can actually look at the project and you can say that, from point A to point Z, like we did that from the plumbing to the tiling to everything, and not just, the thing that prides me the most is not just this stuff you can see from standing far away. You can actually go look behind everything and see everything is neat, everything in its place. So getting the end product, I really enjoy that a lot. Yeah.
Oh, Frankie, that's so cool. We were just talking before the show here, before we started here, and we're both talking about how, it's fun hearing from guys all over the world, and Frankie, that's what I hear. That's a common theme that I hear, that guys, they love doing, bathroom renovations and seeing it all put together, starting with nothing and then seeing it all finished, and that finished look. It's like a work of art, and it's so cool to hear. So got another brother, that's what I was into. I loved the finished work. I loved seeing that work when it was done, and having everything plumb and in line and level. Even the stuff behind the wall, the stuff that you can't see. But I knew
exactly.
That is so good. So tell us, okay, you that's the kind of work that you love and that you're good at and have an eye for. What is something that you can share? Give us a nugget of gold. What is something that we may not know about doing that kind of plumbing, or maybe we just need to remind us, and maybe we forgot about it a little bit. Give us a nugget of gold.
You're referring to some kind of tip within the trade.
Right. Give us a tip on bathroom remodel, something to kind of focus on.
Okay, there's one thing that always bothers me. It always bugs me. When guys install angle valves, the hot and the cold line, for underneath the basin, or in the shower spouts. 80% of the shower spouts, the arm that actually stands out the wall, you can go pull on it and it will move. So rather, instead of putting a normal straight female bend in the wall, put a wall plate on, and fix the wall plate to the wall with screws, and then you cover it with your cement and your towels, so that's shower arm will never move. Instead of
Exactly. Great tip. All right. That kind of separates the professionals from the from the other guys, right? We're professional plumbers,
Yeah, because it's surprising you still get it a lot. You come to renovations where previous plumbers were, and they did it the other way, and then you barely move it and the whole thing is loose, and now the client has to remove his expensive tiles or whatever the case may be.
That's right. All right, man. A great tip there, and a great reminder, guys. No shortcuts. All right, no shortcuts. No taking shortcuts. Hey, we got a question here from Dan. Can I be your next guest, please, mate? You sure can. We'd love to have you on that. We got join our guest here. Hey, if you do want to be a guest on Potty Talk Live, go to www.pottytalklive.com. Scroll on down to the Be My Guest button, and you can go from there. There's the link there. All right, but So do we think he's American with mate? I probably not. The lovely Laura's asking. No, that's probably one of our Aussies or UK or even our South Africans. You guys use that term mate, don't you? Don't you use that down there?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay, I just crashed. I'm American. What do I know? That's what I'm learning. I'm lucky to do plumbing here. All right. So no, hey, we'd love to have you on the guest. We love talking to guys. Right now, we're talking with Francois Van Wyck, all right, owner of Drop Along Plumbing from Cape Town, South Africa, and has been a plumber. Now we're getting to, Frankie, what was your aha moment for starting your own business? What was the moment where you said, I'm going to do my own
thing? That would be go a couple of years back. And that moment when you actually realize that this is something that you can use to make money.
Yeah.
But that being said, as a young person, when you start out in the business, unfortunately, the business side of business is something that you're not thinking of. You're not thinking of long term or setting goals for the future, building something for the future. At that moment, maybe money is the first thing that you're thinking of. But the first year or two went by, and then you start thinking that this is actually something that you can use not to make money, but also generate money, and also basically build on for the future, that you can make a life out of. And that was my moment when I realized this is something I want to do and also keep doing. Up till whenever, till forever, and I haven't looked back ever since.
Oh man, great stuff there, Frankie. I mean, guys, you're listening there, lots of nuggets of gold. Plumbing, no matter where you're at in the world, is a great trade. A great opportunity to make not only just a good living by doing your own, but just being in the industry. I mean, a lot of you guys are just looking. You need to be what we call the ambassador. Just be the best guy for a company. All right, that's a very good living. But if you feel it in your heart, it's in your gut that you just kind of want to do your own thing. Plumbing provides the ability for you to go from working for someone and creating your own company, and more importantly, going what Frankie here was talking about, not just owning your own job, which is where a lot of guys get stuck here. 95% of all plumbing companies fail around the world, and it's not because we're not good at plumbing. It's because we're not good at the business side of things. We weren't taught the business side. And so, you can kind of wind up just getting in there and you wind up owning your job. But what you want to do is create this asset. So you want to learn how to do that. So, and I want to help you to do that. I want to give you some advice here. I do coaching here, and the lovely Laura and I, we coach couples. We love coaching couples. We love coaching you guys as well here, but to teach you the business side of things, because if you don't have the business side down, you're going to fail. It doesn't matter how good at your plumbing you are, you got to have the business side down. So if you go to www.themilliondollarplumber.com/coach, you can schedule your time where you can schedule a time where you can talk with myself and even the lovely Laura along with me, if you're a couple here, about where we can take your business to the level that you want to go. So, man, that is so true, Frankie. So you've made it. So what is something that you're struggling with? All right, you're making it, but what is something that you struggle with in your business?
Yeah, so I think the honest truth with that would be, at this point in time, I would say good help is hard to find. That saying is very true. In this, it's probably different all over the world, but I mean, here, the guys come and they go, so getting good help, some people that you can rely on, that you can count on and trust, that's at the moment for me, that's the thing I'm struggling with in the business.
That's very, thank you for being very transparent with that, Frankie. That's a lot of guys admit to that, and that is an issue all over the world, by the way. All over. Okay. We experience here in the States, no matter when. And of course, here in the States, the guys will say, "Well, in my part of the country, it's this. In my part, we all." And I hear from the Australians, the UK, and I know down South Africa, Canada. I mean, we all hear it's all that same kind of thing. And frankly, it's been this way, guys, for 30 years that I've been in the industry. But for 30 years, it's always been that concern. So I challenge you guys to ask yourself, why would someone want to work for you? There's always been this shortage of good guys, but when you start your own business and you're out there, you gotta ask yourself, why would someone want to work for you? I had to ask myself, why would someone want to work for me? And there's an answer to that, and so you got to figure that out. And once you figure that out, it does get easier. It's always tough finding good guys, and you go, because guys are guys, you know what I'm talking about? Guys are guys. In our industry, we kind of all fall into plumbing. And so you got guys that are still falling. Right? They haven't figured out that they've fallen into something good other than just crap.
Yeah, well.
But you keep at it, man. You keep at it, brother. Hey, I saw a comment up earlier. We have you guys, can you put that back up? We have another South African family. We interviewed their son Ryan earlier with their company, but it's their family business here. And Angelique, yeah, that's mom. Yep, we're gonna have another South African plumbing business on. The whole family will be on July 3rd, 23rd there. So, hey, just had that up there. So right now we're with Frankie Van Wyck, owner of Drop Along Plumbing out of Cape Town, South Africa. There, I got it out there. So we got our South African on here now. So now, yeah. So where do you see your plumbing business, a year from now, Frankie?
Well, look, I think that's, if you asked me that question 5 years ago, the answer would be much different than it is today.
Yeah.
So, and if you ask me 5 years from now, it will also be much different. But to answer your question, at this point in time, I would say, just having a sustainable business, with employees that you've got a good relationship with, people you can trust, and just overall have a good thing going. And have some mutual respect in the workplace. I mean, that's a very important thing that goes a long way, and in the office as well. And also just be able to deliver an awesome service and a valuable service to the client like we do at the moment. I would say for me, that will be, that's in a year from now. I think that's someplace I would be at.
There we go, man. That's great goals here. Hey, Frankie, are you still in the truck right now? Are you in the truck right now working? I mean, do you work in the truck still? Provide service?
No, not so much anymore at the moment. When we started in cars, we used to start in cars, and as we got vehicles, we used to work a lot ourselves, myself. Mm-hmm. At the moment, I still do work myself, but not so much anymore as it was in the beginning. So, but also for me, I prefer to be busy from day to day. I would say I'm a very hands-on person. I like to delegate, but also like to make sure things run smoothly, with my own two hands. So yeah.
Yep. That's the transition, guys. And for you, Frankie, is to really be successful with the plumbing business, to create this asset that, again, that is growing in value and provides that security and the life that more than just owning your job. You got to get yourself in a position where you're out of the truck, And so I tell guys all the time, Frankie, if you love plumbing more than you love business, and working with, the plumbing, then go be someone's plumber and really be the best plumber. But because to really free yourself and to even, to live a life, if you're looking to create this legacy for you and your family, you got to get yourself out of the truck, and you can put systems in place that ensure that your guys work to your standards, because it's your company, your standards, it's your name, all those kinds of things. But, you can put systems in place. And today there's no excuse. It's never been easier to, put the right systems in place, to be able to create that company that you want. So, man, that is good. That is very, very achievable, brother. Good stuff there. Hey, it's time for the lightning round. But it up. We need some kind of music or something for that. You guys got to come up with that. All right. We need some music for the lightning round. You ready for the lightning round, Frankie?
Yeah, awesome, mate.
All right. You know how we play the lightning round, guys. You guys can play this out there too. You can put it in the comments there. I'm just going to ask Frankie some quick questions. And he's just going to give the first answer that comes to his mind. All right. So you ready? All right. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it, Frankie. Here we go. First question. What's your go-to tool, your favorite tool that you always use?
Water pump.
All right. Red Bull or coffee? Yeah, your apply. There we go. Red Bull or coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee, man. All right. Old school. There we. All right, I like that. All right. Favorite break snack. Okay, when you're taking a break in the truck in between jobs. Favorite snack.
Energy bar.
Energy bar. Okay. Need that energy. All right. Better than a candy bar. All right. Better than a candy bar, guys. You hear that? There's a nugget of gold right there. All right. Personal habit that sets your day up for success, Frankie.
Doing as much as I can in the shortest amount of time.
There we go. Right. That's good. Lovely Laura likes that one too. I mean, that's how you that's efficiency. All right. Biggest or best tip that you've ever gotten? Like someone gave you money outside the the regular pay, but they said, here's an extra. What's your biggest tip? We call that a tip here in the States.
Oh, my biggest was probably 100 rand, and that was only one time.
One time. All right.
Yeah,
Right, but it was
yeah,
once. You got something. All right. Better
yeah. I
than I
mean,
think the biggest tip I ever got was don't spit in the wind. Something like that. So it tells you what. No, okay. All right, here we go. I got fruitcake once. Does anyone like fruitcake? No one likes fruitcake. You know what fruitcake is? It's something bad that we have here in the States. It's during Christmas time or whatever. I got fruitcake once. All right. All right. Time to move on. I'm losing them. Crimp or solder fittings? Crimp fittings or solder fittings?
well, depending on the application, obviously, but yeah, I would prefer comforting. So.
Okay, that isn't it. Yeah, quicker. Is it quicker for you? Is that why you like it? You like the efficient stuff? You like it quicker?
Yeah, it's quicker. We use flexible PEX here in South Africa, PEX pipe, flexible pipe, and they only work with chrome fittings.
Right. Yep.
So it's quicker. You save pins. You don't have to join as much. So for that reason, I would say chrome fittings. Yeah.
All right. Good. That's good. All right, Frankie. What is playing on your truck radio? What do you listen to when you're in between jobs?
Pretty much the radio station. I just put a local radio station on because I don't listen so much to the radio, because I've got so many things going on in my head when I drive, like smoke coming out the window, and it's just my brain going. I'm thinking of the next job permanently, so I don't really listen to the radio.
Right. You got all those voices in your head. That sounds like a lot. I know. We all have voices. After a while, we just have voices in our head.
Yeah, it's a mess up there.
All right. Okay, here's a silly one. What's the dumbest rookie move or mistake you've ever made?
Yo.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, I would say that would probably be tying something on the bakkie, or as you call it, a truck. And not tying it at all, and just drive and stop at the first stop street, and then just bam, everything comes down on the front window, on the front window into the street, everything. Yeah, I think that would be it.
That's never happened to me, Frankie. This must be.
Oh, really?
This must be a South African thing. I don't know.
Yeah, the hopes are bad quality or something. I don't know.
Right. That's happened to probably all of. I think we've all experienced something like that. Or I've had where I didn't shut the door in my back well enough, and I had stuff falling out of the back of the truck, and I had people driving up next to me trying to get me to look back or whatever, and I just or something and didn't look, but it turns out finally I had stuff strewn out. Stuff was falling out of the back of my truck. Like, oh man. Hey Frankie, this has been a great time together here, and loved having you on. Great information, fun time here. But before I let you go, okay, got one last question here for you. What's the best advice that you've ever been given?
It's for me. I won't say there's a specific person that gave a specific piece of advice at some specific point during the business or during the years that we've gone on business. I would rather say for me, all the decisions that we've made, and the obstacles that we have overcome in the 8-9 years that we're busy. I was doing with something in the back of my mind that I heard that time already. It's like a motto or a slogan or whatever you call it, a code, that says the 95% of the 95% of people who give up will get employed by the 5% who doesn't. And that's something I can't get out of my head. And another one is also, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And when I think about those things, we make our decisions according to that. And when things get tough, when obstacles starts coming on, then I just think about that and I try to find a solution, just going forward. Try to find a problem or whatever the case might be, and just try to overcome the obstacle, And I think that is the main thing, especially if you're starting a new business, is that goals that you set for yourself, because one thing I've found a lot what happens here is that people, they put in minimum amount of effort and expect maximum amount of results. For which if you put in maximum amount of effort, you can expect maximum results, and when I realized that I have to put in everything, I have to put in after hours, weekends, Saturday nights, Sunday nights, right through to Monday morning. I mean, we've worked weekends and weekends like that. And I can honestly say that the results to this day that I've achieved from hard work and dedication and sacrifice, especially sacrifice, has really made our business grow twice as fast as it would have grown if I didn't make that sacrifice. So, so for that advice for me would be living according to that I heard. I mean, I don't want to build someone else's dreams. I would rather, I'm going to sweat anyway. I'm going to bleed anyway. I might as well build my own dreams while doing it than building someone else's dream. That's just how I feel about it.
Amen, brother. Amen. I mean, great. That was the purpose for this episode, Frankie. That's it right there. That is great advice for all of us around the world. I mean, it's the same way everywhere. And it's really where we separate the men from the boys. It's just, 95%, they quit, do wind up working for the 5%. In fact, it's more than that. It's more like 98%, right? Winds up working for the 2%. And it's not easy. It's not easy. And it does require sacrifice, And we got Willie Vander. I'm not even going to try to say last name, and maybe he knows you. And Leckerman. What does Leckerman mean? Lekker.
It's lekker man. As to say, it's good man. It's almost like it's good man. It's just in Afrikaans terms. Yeah, a good man.
Good stuff there, Frankie. Yeah, so right, guys. You want to look, just nuggets of gold there. In fact, that's a whole gold mine. That's not just nuggets of gold. Frankie just gave us all a gold mine, because that's what it takes, and that's it. And you guys got into the ring. First of all, those of you who decided to do your own thing, you decide to get in the ring. It takes courage, if not a little bit of ignorance. Kind of a lot of us got in a little ignorant to what's happening. Then you start getting hit in the face, But it takes courage, and you got to work at it. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Just what Frankie said, right? If it was easy, everyone would be doing it, But they're not, man. Frankie, great stuff. Great stuff there, man. Love it. I love this episode with you, man.
Awesome, I enjoy it. Yeah, very, very nice.
I love my South African guys. I love my South African brothers. Now, I love all my brothers. All I like them in USA. I'm proud to be an American. Because I don't want my USA brothers. Hey, what's up? But I love the attitude of the South Africans. And you guys are just just some good. I don't know if we call you blokes down there, what we call you. It's good, but just some good guys. And I love the attitude, man. Love it. So they're
awesome,
lekker.
Thanks.
Lekker, man. Lekker.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get it down. Right. Oh, Frankie, thanks for being on Potty Talk
Awesome.
Live. Love it. Look forward to talking with you again. And man, God bless you. We'll talk with you again soon. All right, man.
Thanks, Richard. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Good luck to all of you guys there in the studio as well.
All right, appreciate it, brother. Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, there we have it. Frankie Van Wyck, owner of Drop Along Plumbing from Cape Town, South Africa. Hey, man, just great stuff there. Great episode, especially there at the end. Just a wealth of, there's a whole gold mine of just, don't you agree, sweetheart? They do got it going on down there, Look forward to getting down there one day and checking out. Yeah, they're at the bottom of the world. I don't know who's lower. I guess I'll get my Aussie brothers and my South African brothers kind of competing and say who's lower, in the world there. But great, man, just great stuff there. So, hey, listen up, guys. We listen to that, especially his advice there at the end. And, go back that. You can check out, other episodes. And, of course, this episode on my YouTube channel, The $1 Million Plumber on YouTube. And, do me a favor while you're there, subscribe. Help us get the word out, okay? get this out to other guys, and I'd appreciate it if you help me there by subscribing. Also, again, want to remind you about the coaching here. That business thing's a big deal, okay? And so simply go to www.themilliondollarplumber.com/coach. You can schedule your time with myself and the lovely Laura. If you're a couple that's doing the plumbing business as well, we'll have a conversation and see if this is right for you, and see if we can, well, I know we can. Let's see if it's right timing for you to take your plumbing business to where you want to go, okay? So let's do that. Also, my free report, The 7 Must Knows to Be a $1 Million Plumber. It's free. That doesn't cost you anything. Simply type free in the comments, FREE, and I'll get that right out to you. Also, we had the question asked earlier, I'd like to be the next guest, or how I can be a guest on Potty Talk Live. We'd love to have you be a guest on Potty Talk Live. This is a program for plumbers, all right, created by plumbers for plumbers, all right. This is for us, for guys all over the world, guys and gals, all right. We had some plumbing gals on, we had some sisters on too. So if you're a sister out there, of course, we'd love to talk to you, all right. And so, hey, we'd love to have you on the program. Go to www.pottytalklive.com. Scroll on down to the Be My Guest button. Click it, and I think answer a couple questions. Producer will get you on, and I love talking with you. It's a fun time. Frankie and I both had a good time here. Johannes here. Hey, what do we have here? What's being said? Went to Cape last weekend. Lika man. All right. We'll meet you there on our tour. That's what the lovely Laura said. We got to get that. We'll get something going there. It's getting bigger. Love the people that we're talking to down there, and I got to tell you, we're about time to wrap up this episode of Potty Talk Live. But hey, this is fun. I love fun hearing from all you guys. I hear you guys loving that you get this information from all. It's amazing how, even though we come from different parts of the world, English a little different, all that kind of stuff, a little different culture, but we're in plumbing. We are brothers. And I just love talking with my brothers all over the world and my sisters. All right. We got the sisters out there. Yep. And so love that. And I just love doing this here and love being with you guys here. So there we have it. Time to wrap up this episode of Potty Talk Live. But before I let you go, as always, I want to remind you that you were purposefully and wonderfully created, and you were created to do great things. That's right. I'm talking to you. You were created to do great things. So when you're out there doing your thing, as always, run like a champion.